from the other part of the world. I learned from the American dreams. I learned from many other startups in the whole world that the dream, how they do it. I think the very important is that making sure your dream can be realized, making sure your dream makes steps by step every week, every month. And making sure that your employees believe it, making sure your customers are happy. Because if your customer happy, your employees are happy, the shareholder will be happy. Do not try to spend a lot of time with your shareholders. Spend enough time with your customers. Spend enough time with your employees. And even do not spend a lot of time with the competitors, because we are all so early stage. The best way to compete, to fight against your competitor is your customers, is your colleagues. So it was early days was tough. I was the number 7 guy in China connected to the internet. The speed was so slow. You would never imagine, because in order to prove that I was not the thief, telling lies. So I invited the TV friends. I've got some university schoolmates. They work in the TV station. So I invite them to come to my room and say, with a camera, and I want to tell, there is something called internet. It took us 3 hours and a half to download the first front page of my website. But at least to prove there's internet there. Yesterday when I arrived in Nairobi, the speed of internet, was so fast. It's so fast. You guys are lucky. Because it was so much better than the days when I started. And I think with such a great infrastructure of the internet you have, with so many people in the world today know about the internet. There today, more than 1.7 billion people are already online. But at that time, total China, less than like 500 people using internet. It's difficult. But as I said just now in the other room, everybody, when you have a dream, you have to dream globally, but you have to win locally. You have to survive today, but you also have to think about the future. If you do not think about the future, if you do not have a vision for 10 years later, what will you be? You will never have great people follow you and join your company. But if you cannot survive, you go nowhere. Right? No matter how big dream is, it is a telling a lie. So the thing I proved when I started my business, I failed for 1995. I started the first internet company. Did not work out, so I joined the government for working for 13 months as a part-time contractor. Did not work out. So 1999, I started my Alibaba.com in my apartment. And I know I may not succeed, but I told my 18 founders that first, even if we fail, some people will win. Internet is the future. E-commerce is the future. No matter you like it or not, 80% or 90% of business in the next 30 years will be online. And no matter what, the best way to serve the world is internet. So I know that if I cannot make it, somebody will make it. So I continue to make it. And then the second thing I tried to prove is that if Jack Ma can be succeed, 80% of the young people can be successful. We don't have money. We don't have a relationship. I don't have a powerful, rich father, even though we don't have a rich father or uncle that can sponsor us. Everything we do is the 18 founders. We believe the future, we make progress. Even among the 18 founders, we only have 3 engineers. Among the 3 engineers, only one of them had 3 years experience at university, study computer. The other 2, they are like amateur computer. When they open it, they don't know how to fix it. Start from there to today, we have 25,000 engineers in our company. And nobody come to buy and sell. For the first 2 weeks, terrible. We built an e-commerce company, nobody come to sell. So we have to list our own products on there, waited for 2 weeks, nobody come to buy. So we have to buy ourselves. And then the first month, some people come to sell things on our site, we buy everything. So we buy a whole house of rubbish for the whole month. We started, nobody believed e-commerce. Until today, or last year, we sold $550 billion from nothing to $550 billion. And I think compared to yesterday was big sales, but compared to 10 years later, we are nothing. But this is what I want to say. The great ideas I heard in the next room inspired me and changed my. You guys are the hope of Africa. And I believe 18 years ago, in my apartment, I told my team, we are the hope of China. Because we are the guys without any resources. If we can make it, most people can make it. If most people like us, without money, without resources, only with the dream and belief, if we can make succeed, China will be successful. You guys are the hope of Africa. Because what I see, I did not see you guys a lot of money, because a great entrepreneurs should not have money. If you have money in your mind, this is US dollars, this is RMB, and you're talking like English pounds. Nobody will work with like. If you have a good dream, if you have a plan to making progress, things will happen. And I changed my mind to this morning. Just a half an hour there, I would do more things in Africa. And the only thing I want to do is not to sell products here. And I will enable you to sell your dreams all over the world in Africa. Supporting entrepreneurs is always my dream, because I know how tough it is to be an entrepreneur. It is difficult. I never cry. I said, I only make my competitors cry. Because if I cry, I'll probably die 100 times. Because we have to encourage our team, and I say, making sure that we can survive tomorrow. As I said, before I answer your question, I want to say, this is my belief. And this is what I tell every day to myself. Today is difficult. Tomorrow is much more difficult. But the day after tomorrow is beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening. Even today, as my size, for our company's size, I still believe today is very difficult. I have more problems than anybody here can imagine. You say, now you are big. You make billions of dollars every quarter. I have much more problems than you have. Much more headache than you have. When I was young, 18 years ago, I thought, what if I can make my company bigger? Then I can cigar, lie on the beach. I have a lot of people work for me. I thought that would. Now the company is getting bigger. My problem is getting bigger.